On October the 16th, 2021, we got our first ever look at the Minecraft Wild update. We'll being extremely excited for all of this new content to come to the game. When Lady Agnes was asked the question, when is all of this coming to the game, those famous words were uttered, sometime next year. In this video though, we are going to be breaking down what the Mojang developers actually mean by sometime next year. Will it be in the spring or near the start of 2023? We're going to be talking about all of that, so if you're excited for all of this new content to come to the game, be sure to drop the video a like. But without going on for any longer, let's get right into the video. Now, the Minecraft Wild update is Minecraft's next big title update. Of course, we are currently awaiting the release of the Caves and Cliffs update part 2, also known as 1.18, but the next big update that we are all awaiting really is 1.19, the Wild update. This is bringing a complete overhaul to many biomes in the game, mainly the ones that were mentioned being the birch forest and the swamp. It's quite similar to what Mojang did with the Nether update, where they completely overhauled the whole dimension. It seems something similar is being done with the overworld, and of course we're getting the introduction of many new features alongside it, being underground ancient cities and of course frogs, so let's not forget that. But all of this content obviously needs to be developed by Mojang, and from what we've saw, it seems like there's a lot to come to the game, and still a few things that Mojang may not have mentioned. We've all saw and potentially even experienced the situation of the world over the past few years. Obviously you all know what I'm talking about, and that caused a lot of delays for Mojang and future updates coming to Minecraft. I'm sure you've all heard about this by now. The Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update was revealed to us all the way back on October the 3rd, 2020. As of when I'm recording this video, that was a whole 398 days ago, so in other words, a very long time ago. That is when we got our first ever look at the Caves and Cliffs update. Because of all the delays and the team having to work from home, this resulted in them having to split the update, and that is why the Caves and Cliffs update was split up into 1.17 being part 1 and 1.18 being part 2. This undoubtedly caused a bunch of delays for the Wild update, because as you may know, originally the whole Caves and Cliffs update was originally meant to release all in the summer in one big chunk, but currently it is November as of when I'm recording this video, and there's still no signs at all of the part 2 of the Caves and Cliffs update even coming close to being released yet. Because of this, Mojang cannot release the Wild update until part 2 of the Caves and Cliffs update is officially out, and that is why I believe Mojang gave us such a vague release date, being sometime next year. Even with the Caves and Cliffs update, where people got really frustrated with how vague Mojang were being, at least they told us it would be in the summer 2021, even though that did not turn out to be the case. And the reason I believe Mojang was so vague with this, more vague than they've ever been, just by saying sometime next year, I believe it isn't because they just do not want to disappoint us. When Mojang did not manage to get all of the Caves and Cliffs update content out in the summer, there were so many frustrated fans and players out there that we did not get the full update yet, whereas now Mojang saying sometime next year they could hold the update and delay it to make sure they have plenty of time to get the update in as good shape as possible, which is awesome. This gives Mojang a lot more time, freedom, space and opportunities to make it the Wild update the best it can possibly be, and this is so very extremely important, especially with the nature of this update. If they're going to do what they did with the Nether update in this update but with the overworld, it's going to take a lot of work. They're going to have to make changes and updates and adjustments to so many biomes and so many aspects of the Minecraft overworld that it's good that Mojang have this time to work with. Now, we've not really touched upon the release date and the issue itself yet. The issue with this though, as you may be able to tell, is that currently we have no idea idea at all when we can expect this update to be coming to Minecraft. As far as we know, it could release on December the 31st, 2022, which would be basically at the start of 2023. So Mojang being so vague, although it's good for them and it gives them a lot of freedom, it's also a big issue for us because we have no idea when this will be coming to the game. All we can do at the moment is really speculate. So to round off the video, let's speculate a little bit and use all the information we currently have to help try and predict when will the Minecraft World Update be released. Now, I've touched upon something similar in a previous video, but with snapshots and betas, so if you want to check out that video, I'll put a link down below in the description. I'd definitely recommend you check that out after this one. We talked all about snapshots, betas, and we used the information from previous updates to kind of predict these things. But let's have a look at what's gone on in the past to help figure out when the World Update could potentially be released. The latest example we've got to go over here is the Nether update being 1.16 and the Caves and Cliffs update Part 1 being 1.17. The Minecraft Nether update 1.16 released on June the 23rd, 2020, with the Caves and Cliffs update Part 1 being released all the way on June the 8th, 2021. Obviously, this means that there was around about a year, just under a year gap between the release of 1.16 and 1.17. That is insane, and by far one of the biggest gaps in between updates we've had in recent history for Minecraft. Obviously, we touched upon this earlier in the video, but the situation the world was in and developers having to work from home. But still, when you consider that we got 1.16 all the way in June 2020, and then we got half of the Caves and Cliffs update about a year later. That is insane delays, and if this continues, this could be an even bigger issue for the Minecraft World Update. If we applied this same logic, although it's most likely very incorrect and of course speculation, if we use the same logic, we could be expecting the Minecraft World Update around the end of 2022. I'm not going to say December or November 2022, but as I said, if we apply this same logic and the same estimates and we look at this past trend, this would be extremely bad news. Do I think that the Minecraft World Update will release all the way at the end of 2022? No, I'm hoping that Mojang have got quite a few things worked out and they're kind of getting back to normal and they're getting used to all this, and I hope that if everything goes okay, we could potentially see the World Update maybe sometime towards the end of the summer or fall 2022. But yeah, as I said, things at the minute are looking a bit worrying, and of course there's a big issue here with the lack of a rough estimate for a release window from Mojang. So let me know what you think about all of this down below in the comments. Are you concerned about this? Do you think that we will have to go an entire year without another Minecraft update? Of course, in case you're confused, I'm talking about after the release of the Caves and Cliffs update Part 2, that is. If we guess that they were already working on this when Part 1 released, we could see the update a lot earlier, but what I'm trying to say here is that with the Caves and Cliffs update Part 2, the lack of a release date, looking at past trends over the past year, things are looking quite interesting for the Minecraft World Update, so be sure to let me know what you think down below in the comments, and drop a like if you're excited for the World Update. It's been me, ItzJhief, everyone. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.